You ready?
Ready. My name is Jeff Hurley. I'm the president of the Trenton Thunder, and I am from Hamilton, New Jersey. I went to DeSales University, graduated in 2004 as an accounting major. I'd say my favorite part about being president is still being involved in the day-to-day games, meeting the fans, working with the staff, working with Joe, and Joe on a high-level operation level. Still being involved day-to-day, but also some of the new stuff that I've learned over the last year and a half and had to deal with that really I didn't have to do as general manager. Since COVID and some other things, I've really added that to my job description, and it's something that I didn't expect to do as a general manager or president. But here I am, and I'm having fun doing it. I've done a lot with the Trenton Thunder organization. I was lucky enough to start from the bottom as an intern, and I always go back to when I was named general manager and even to president. That was one of the best experiences to prepare me to be the president and the then general manager of the Trenton Thunder, because it gave me an inside look at all the different departments on the game day operation, behind the scenes. I was lucky enough to get hired full time. Following the 2004 season, I joined group sales and then moved what I call the back office into a community relations role, where I was doing a lot of our appearances, I was doing our school appearances, I was running our promotions during games. I was in that position for about 2 years, as well as doing some of the baseball ops, being the liaison between the Yankees and Thunder and helping that in season. I decided to put my accounting degree back to work, and I joined the accounting department in, I believe it was 2008. And I was there up until I became general manager in 2015, 2016. During games, I try and be all over the place. I want to make sure that the ballpark's clean and ready to go, and I want to visit with our season ticket holders as they enter the ballpark when gates open around 5:30, 5:45. I try and get into the seating bowl. During pregame, I'll also be around the Thunder dugout, whether we have sponsor first pitches or special first pitches. I help out with that. As we approach game, communicating with the team to send them out. Usually you're talking to either the manager or the starting pitcher. And then also in the beginning of games, I have been taking back the role of helping out the bat dogs. Dash and I have teamed up together this year, and I've been sending Dash out during usually the bottom of the first inning. I'm usually during the game, I'm all over the place. I don't try and sit in one spot. Day to day in season, I'm really trying to dissect a lot of the reports that we put together on a in-game basis. Looking at the food and bev numbers, looking at our parking numbers, looking at our attendance numbers, working with specific individuals on the department level to go over those numbers, make sure they're correct, we're on the same page. I also will spend a lot of time making sure that my sponsors are taken care of, and then just working with John and making sure our day-to-day operation is moving along. We have a good team in place, so I don't have to do every little thing. It's not like I micromanage, but just making sure we're moving along between homestands or as we prepare for the season. Day-to-day in the off season is one. We talk about this with our staff. It's getting out and about within the community. We have the time to do it. We're not working the long 15, 16-hour days. We have the time to get out, chamber events, nonprofit events. We're doing a lot of sales in the off season. I'm more on the sponsorship side of sales, but ticket sales, sponsorship, everybody sells here, which is a great thing. I'm working on budgets, preparing to have our team ready to go for when our season starts on the operational side of things. I'd be partial to say the best seat in the house isn't right next to the dugout when I'm with the dog, sending Dash out, or when back in the day it was Chase and Derby to go get a bat. It's a great seat, and it's always fun to hear that applause when they head out there and get the bat and come back. Being here, obviously working with Eric Lipsman for all my years here. Eric's been a huge friend and person that I look up to. He's done it in this business for 30 plus years. along with the GMs that I worked for here in Trenton, Rick Brenner, Brad Taylor, and Will Smith. Those guys were people that I looked up to, that I was able to take ideas from on how they ran their organization, how they ran the business, and take a lot of their good ideas, but also put a spin with my personality on this organization. So there's certainly more than that as well. A lot of the staff that have come through, whether they were higher director level or manager and sales execs, a lot of them you just talk to, you communicate with, and you're always learning from. So those people were very meaningful in my life, and a lot of them still are. It's been a great season so far. We've had a ton of fans come through our gates. We've had a lot of fun. I thought this was one of our best promotional calendars in a while, and looking forward to future games and seeing the fans in future years come through the ballpark. We are excited for the future here in Trenton. We have a lot of great things coming. We have a lot of great things planned down the road, and we can't wait to get them going.